What's up, folks? It's your buddy Fatalroadie. Tonight we're going to be doing the Raw recap. We started off with a tribute honoring Veterans Day. Then we immediately start with a tag team battle royal to name the captain of the Raw Survivor Series team. Chad Gable and Bobby Roode, Lucha House Party, The Ascension, the B Team, The Revival, and Slater and Rhino. This match barely starts when Braun Strowman comes out. He lays waste to everybody. Strowman grabs a microphone and a chair and says that he's not leaving the ring until Baron Corbin gets these hands. Stephanie McMahon comes out. She tells Braun Strowman that he can't take Raw hostage and that he needs to focus on Survivor Series. Braun Strowman says he doesn't give a damn about Survivor Series. Braun Strowman says he doesn't give a damn about Survivor Series. And Stephanie says if you win at Survivor Series, you can get anything you want. Braun Strowman says that he wants Baron Corbin and a shot at the Universal title. To which Stephanie says, done. Then Ronda Rousey comes out. She snatches a microphone from Stephanie's hand, cuts a short promo on Becky Lynch and Survivor Series, then starts to step up on Stephanie. Then Baron Corbin finally comes out and says that we all can't get too overconfident about Survivor Series. Then Ronda Rousey flips him over her shoulder and then leaves the ring. Corbin and Strowman then face off. As Corbin starts to leave, Strowman says that he will neuter Stephanie McMahon's lapdog. This is a very extended intro, but get prepared because this is going to be for most of the night. We then have Ember Moon versus Tamina with Nia Jax in her corner. This is an match. If you saw the past 3 or so matches, you've seen this one. Nia Jax interferes to allow Tamina to get the super kick and a splash on Ember Moon for the win. We then have a very extended video package of Dean Ambrose turning heel. Then Corey Graves is in the ring to interview Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins says that he's not worried about Shinsuke Nakamura at Survivor Series, but Rollins does want Ambrose. Then Dean Ambrose shows up on the Titantron, sitting on the hood of a car with a trash can fire going on right next to it. He says he doesn't owe anybody an apology and that the Shield made him weak. After running his mouth a little bit, Dean Ambrose throws some gasoline on his Shield vest and throws it into the fire. I have seriously lost interest in this feud, if it ever becomes anything, or why Dean Ambrose turned. They keep teasing it and not doing anything, teasing it and not doing anything. I'm just done with it. We then have a recap of the Kurt Angle-Drew McIntyre match. Then Kurt Angle's music hits, which is quickly stopped, and then Ziggler and McIntyre come out. McIntyre talks more about Kurt Angle and says that Raw is his show now. Shortly afterwards, Finn Balor comes out. After a bit of jaw-jacking, Balor challenges McIntyre to a match. McIntyre says, you got a match, just not against me, against Dolph Ziggler. And while Balor was distracted, McIntyre gives him a headbutt, which now we go to our next match, Ziggler versus Balor. Welcome to the Ziggler Headlockathon. That's basically most of what he did tonight. This is an okay match. Dolph Ziggler controlled most of this match. Finn Balor started to fight back. He ended up missing a coup de grace. Looked like he tweaked his knee a little bit. Ziggler went for a roll-up, but Balor was able to reverse it and get a roll-up of his own and got the pin. Later on backstage, Finn Balor is named as another member of the Raw Men's Survivor Series team. We then have the Riot Squad coming out, supposedly for our next match. We have a recap of what happened last week with Natalya and Neidhart's glasses. Ruby Riott gives a disingenuous speech. Then Natalya's music hits. The Riot Squad start running up the ramp to intercept her, but Natalya comes up from behind and attacks Ruby Riott. As she's beating Ruby down, the rest of the Riot Squad come back in and beat Natalya down. Sarah Logan picks up Natalya, and Ruby Riott gives her the heart attack. We then go to the match that started off tonight's Raw, the Tag Team Battle Royal, to announce the Tag Team Captain for the Survivor Series Tag Team match.
And to make a long story short, too late!
Chad Gable and Bobby Roode eliminate the Ascension. So they are now the captain of the Tag Team Survivor Series team, which will be on the kickoff show, and basically will include everybody that was in the Battle Royal.
What the fuck?
Really, we actually had to have this match. Then Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman come out. Paul Heyman goes on to fellatiate Brock Lesnar, then cuts a promo about the AJ Styles Brock Lesnar match at SummerSlam. Then Paul Heyman is interrupted by Jinder Mahal, who tells Brock Lesnar that he shouldn't underestimate AJ Styles. He tries to show Brock Lesnar how to reach inner peace, and Brock Lesnar wipes out Jinder Mahal and the Singh brothers. We then have Bobby Lashley versus Elias to determine the final member of the Raw Survivor Series team. This looked like it was supposed to be a good match. It had a potential. Unfortunately, the fight went outside the ring. As Elias was trying to get into the ring, Lio Rush held on to Elias's leg from underneath the ring. The referee didn't see it and counted him out. So Bobby Lashley is now the final member of the Men's Survivor Series team. We then have Alexa Bliss coming out, followed by Tamina, Nia Jax, and Mickie James. Alexa Bliss is out to name the Raw Women's Survivor Series team, Natalya, with the aforementioned Tamina, Jax, and James, and then the winner of the next match, Sasha Banks versus Bayley. This was actually looking to be a pretty good match too, but when Sasha Banks locked in the bank statement, Tamina and Nia Jax came running in and jumped both of them. Apparently, Alexa Bliss had no intention of naming one of these two, and names Ruby Riott as the last member of the team. This is going to go well with Natalya and Ruby Riott on the same team. I'm sure they're going to win here. But we quickly cut backstage to find Becky Lynch with the disarmor locked in on Ronda Rousey. Lynch breaks the hold and then goes out to ringside with a SmackDown women's roster come running in from behind and attack everybody in the ring. All hell is breaking loose. Ronda Rousey comes running out, and somewhere through all of this, Becky Lynch got her nose busted up or something because her face was all covered in blood. But Becky Lynch beats down Ronda Rousey with a chair. The SmackDown women escape through the crowd. We cut backstage to where Stephanie McMahon does what she does best and emasculates Baron Corbin. We end tonight's Raw with a shot of Ronda Rousey looking like she's cussing out Becky Lynch, and we end tonight's Raw. Once again, another painful episode of Raw. The matches were subpar, and the matches that did go on to be pretty decent ended up with a dusty finish. It'll be interesting to see if Raw does anything tomorrow night on SmackDown, but we'll have to see for that to happen. But that'll do it for this episode of Raw Recap. Leave a comment down below what you thought of tonight's Raw, what you thought of this video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to share and subscribe. I've been Fatalroadie. You've been awesome. Thank you very much for watching. And remember, if it's too loud, you're too old. See ya.